Hello and welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the my long-awaited, awesome Iron Patriot version number 2 from the Hot Toys diecast figures. This is 1/6 scale from the Avengers Endgame movie. Now, unfortunately, I did not get a chance to see this Endgame, for this suit for the roadie. This is such a shame, he really did not get enough screen time. All I see is that at the start of the Thanos army, he fly and try to shoot a couple of shots, and then at the end, when Tony died, he come to say goodbye, and then that was it. It was such a shame I didn't get to see, this suit in action with Thanos' army, which is one thing that I was really hoping for. But anyway, I got this figure now. I have, as soon as I saw this figure's pictures on the, back in 2021 January, I really fall in love with it. I decided to put down my deposit with the Big Cheese Studio straight away without even thinking twice. But the problem is these figures are crazy expensive. This is £435. It's insane amount of money for something that is gonna just sit on the shelf and collecting dust, right? You can't eat it, you can't play with it, you can't play with it a little bit, but it's not a video game, it's not a PlayStation, right? So it's such a big money for something that you're just gonna sit on the shelf forever and then not gonna do anything. So you gotta actually love it to buy such an expensive item, right? So they better do a very good job for it. Now I've been waiting for over a year actually, and then I called the Big Cheese Studio. Look, there are people in China and Hong Kong. They already receive it. I seen it on Justin Collection, and he's already reviewing it, and so is the guy in America. Jeddah Patrols and other people. They're already reviewing it on the channel. So where am I gonna get mine? And BG Studio said, well, we're gonna have to wait, and that's not how their business should be done with these guys. They're not doing it right, but blah blah blah. But we're gonna have to wait for at least 2 or 3 more months until we can get it here from the sideshow. And luckily at the time, Toy Wonderland is doing the sales on the Iron Patriot figures, so I decided to go with it and then work out all the costs. And then I knew that I was gonna lose my deposit, but okay, I'm fine with that. I just can't wait to have this one in my figures, in my collection, so I just go with it. So here we are. Anyway, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm happy to lose my 10% deposit with the Big Cheese Studio and get this one earlier and put it in my shelf earlier. So, I'm glad that I did it actually. Now, anyway, let's get a closer look on this guy. The only thing I will say to you is the paint color is a bit different from what I seen on the promo pictures, and the blue color is a bit different, but it's okay. I'm not really disappointed, to be honest. It looks all right. I mean, it's just a bit more on the lighter side compared to the darker blue, but nevertheless, I'm happy with it. It has quite a lot of lighter points, so let me dim the light here. Then you can see here that you got 2 red light on the eye, and then you got 1 on the chest, which is nice. And you also got a couple light underneath there, and you got a couple red circle here, which is also nice, and 1 in the center. So that is a lot of LED lighter point. Of course, there are 2 more on the hand, but which I did not turn on the light, which is I forgot. Sorry about that. But anyway, so that's all the lighter point. But you can actually articulate some of these little pieces around, open up a little bit, and that's really interesting actually. I'm not sure you can take the chest piece off, and I think you should be able to do that, but I don't want to break it either because it's such an expensive figure. So I think you can open it for all the pretty much Hot Toys, and every time when I'm doing the video, I could not do it. I can only do it for a couple of them, like Midas, because it's magnet, so it's easy to take it off. And then other figures I later on I eventually find out, oh yes, you can actually do it. But it's too late now. I already done a video. So anyway, so that's the good thing about this figures. It has a lot of nice cool LED lights around. And then the weapons and all the stuff is just fully loaded. Look at this. This is insane. Look at that massive guns underneath there. You got another gun on top. You got loads of little rocket pops here as well. And then you got massive amount of rocket pops on the back, and they can all open and close as well. You can see that. Look. All right, or you can open all these pieces as well, or you can take these rocket pop out and put it at the back, and they are all magnet. Okay, so if you look on the side here, okay, it's so big here, it's very heavy as well. If you look on the side here, you see that little pieces here, they looks like a jetpack. Okay, I can take this out and put it at the back where there's big space here, and they are magnet that holding it. So if I take this out, you can see they are kind of magnet, and these two rocket pods were slot in here perfectly, and it looks like a jetpack that's shooting down, and then you can fly it. So that is cool. And also you can actually adjust these little things as well, just for fun, I suppose. They don't really do much. You can't actually articulate much on this one, but they do actually move a little bit. So you see, you can open a little bit of these flat and stuff like that, for example. So that's the cool touch. You don't really have to, but yeah. These big guns is actually, you can articulate a little bit as well, and they are all supported by this metal, not metal, plastic pole, but they're all gun metal, so it's kind of like, looks like a real stainless steel. And then if I take these out, the actual battery compartment is inside there. So this is a huge gun. Look at that, right? This is really cool. And then all you gotta do is take these compartment out, and then you got on and off button. So in here, you just have to switch it off. And I also like this little some kind of submachine gun bullet effects on top, which is also nice. And then you just have to put it back in, and then this gun is really big. Let's check this out. So you can actually articulate this one. You can make it closer, okay, like that, or you can expand that as well. I think that's a maximum range you can actually expand, or you can spread out a little bit more, like this. Okay, but I'd rather keep it, symmetrical. And then you can go a little bit up and down with this support bar, I suppose. And then you also have other things like, for example, you got all the little painted here saying danger. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Yeah, so that is really nice touch. You got a little bit decals and weathering effects everywhere, FF logos. So for the head, the battery compartment is here, very nice and easy. You just open it and then just switch it off, and just put this one back on, nice and easily done. And then there is no problem with articulations, I don't think. And you can do the ground slamming pose as well, because you have loads of gap underneath there. It's not gonna have any restriction at all whatsoever. You don't even need a flat here, actually. It's just all open up. And then you have, at the back, you got some kind of jack pack style here. And I'm not sure all these stuff you can't open. Yep, they can't actually open, they all seal, I think. So the only thing that you can actually open is the this backpack, really. And that's it. And also, the shoulder piece and the hands are really big. It's ridiculously big. Everything about this guy is big and heavy. It's 1.4 kilo heavy, okay? The heaviest war machine of all. And then on terms of accessory wise, he comes with this for the first time, James Rhodey head without any cover, right? So not like the rest of the war machine. So it looks quite realistic, actually. It's really nice. You can actually put it in every other war machine as well. It's just basically ball joints on it. So you just take it out and then swap it with any other, war machine figures. That would be nice. And also he has a couple other guns as well. They are for the underneath of this hand. So if you don't want this big guns, you can put this small gun as well if you want to. Right, so these are not magnet, you just have to slot it in. But these big guns are there also magnet. You can actually attach it at the back here if you don't want to use it. Now let me show you how big the piece is compared to the rest of the war machine. So you got all this articulated individual hand as well, like this, which is nice. Every hot toys come with it anyway. And you also have the blaster effect post hand as well. Now I want to show you with the War Machine Mars 4, which is this hand. Right, look at the size of this. This is double the size of the hand. And I'm not sure it's realistic, but it's ridiculously size different. It's huge. Okay, look at how big this is. It's crazy. Okay, so that's one thing about these figures. Other than that, I have no complaint. Actually, I'm not complaining. Actually, I'm really pleased to have this one in my collection. And you can do all these shoulder piece. You can all move it around. You can see how they're all done. You got ball joints and you got all these little pieces that you can move. Obviously, they're all plastic, right? All the die cast is on the feet. I think the body part is mainly plastic. All this body part is all plastic actually. And so is the head, shoulder pad, they're all plastic. But this bicep is actually die cast. It's very cool to touch. The hand is a plastic. Everything on this one is all plastic. Only the bicep is die cast. So die cast, the feet, and that's all the die cast here. I think the die cast skeleton inside as well. Nevertheless, this is very heavy figures. I don't know what they put in there, and considering that most of these top part is all plastic here. Anyway, I'm very pleased to have these figures, and yep, so grab it when you can. It is a really awesome figures and the best war machine, I would say. Next to the war machine Mars 6, not Mars 6, Mars 4, I would say. Mars 6 is yeah, not that exciting. It's okay, but it's not that exciting. But I'm really loving these figures. Really do. Okay, so yep. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.